Well, hey everybody! Guess what today is? It's Frankenstein Day. Today we're drawing this goofy little Frankenstein monster. And the colors that we're gonna need are gray, yellow, purple, of course, green, and a black marker. Now, obviously, use crayons, use colored pencils, use whatever you like. But let's go ahead and get started. First things first, we're going to start, like usual, with our trusty black marker. Now, I'm going to start by drawing this dude's head. And it's going to be pretty much a big block. I'm going to make the bottom maybe like a little bit wider, but it's just going to be a big old rectangle, okay? Start at the top and kind of come down. Come down. And don't forget, we're drawing a monster today, so there's nothing that needs to be perfect. Frankenstein can be wobbly, he can be crooked, and it just makes him cooler in the end. So just keep going, no matter what happens here. All right, this is gonna be his head. The next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna draw his eyes, but you know, I'm gonna put him low down, so that way it looks like he's got a big old forehead. So I'm gonna draw his eyebrows first, but it's gonna be one big long eyebrow, okay? Just like that. So I'm about halfway down, maybe a little lower. And his eyes are just gonna be little half circles underneath this. So something like that, and something like that. Now, you know, Frankenstein's a pretty tired guy, so he's gonna get a couple little lines under his eyes. Make him look a little worn out. I'm gonna extend this just a hair. Maybe thicken it up just a little too. All right. Next, I'm gonna draw his mouth. He's kind of he's a little grumpy. Ooh, Frankenstein. Is that his voice? No, probably not, right? I don't know. How do you do a Frankenstein voice? Try it. Kind of a downward, sort of a frown thing happening. But I want to give him like a little snaggletooth. So I'm just going to put a little square right above here. Rectangle. It's not perfect square, I guess. There we go. See, all these things are really simple shapes. And that's what makes a good drawing, I think. I'm going to put a little line there too, and that makes it look like it's the bottom, like underneath his lip. Okay? All right. The next step is ears. Ears are also squares, okay? You see where his eyebrow is here? I'm gonna kind of line it up somewhere around there. So I'm gonna put it right here. I'm just gonna draw kind of a crooked square, just like that. I guess it's kind of a diamond, right? But really simple here. And on the other side, I'm gonna kind of line it up with his eyebrow again and do the same thing. Okay, now to make this look more like an ear, I like to draw a little line that comes out and down like that, like a little L shape. Okay. And then I also sometimes draw a little triangle right here. You don't have to put the triangle part in, but sometimes I like it. Okay, look, it's already looking like a monster. So, let's see. Should we do his hair next? We could do his hair next. Yep. All right. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna start up in this corner, and you know, there's nothing to it here. You just kind of do a couple little squiggles. You know, however you want. Like, you don't have to make them just like mine, but just enough so that you get a couple little sharp pointy bits so that it looks like hair. And then you can just come down and connect it back to his head. And then this one, come back in a little and then boom, connect it. Now I feel like his forehead might be a little high, so what I can also do, because this is all going to be black, is I'm just going to draw a line like right here. And then I'm going to draw another little line kind of similar. And now I can just fill this whole section in black and you won't even know that this block part was there. All right, so I'm going to fill that in and I'll be right back. All right, now don't forget, there's no right way to do this, right? We're just having fun. Anything you come up with is gonna be awesome. Trust me. All right, another iconic feature of Mr. Frankenstein is he's got a big old scar across his head. So I'm just gonna start right here and just all the way across. And then he's got some big staples, kind of, or stitches or whatever those are, holding it together. Okay, we're almost there. We're getting there. Now his neck. We gotta make him, give him a. I kind of want to just give him a skinny neck. I think that's fun. So we're gonna 2 lines. Okay, that's a neck. Okay. And along with that neck, Mr. Frankenstein has a couple of bolts just sticking out of it. So that's just a line out and a line out. And then I'm going to draw a little square at the end. And I'm going to do the same on the other side. And you know what? With these, it is more fun if they're crooked. Because he's just a crazy monster. He's just, slapped together. Okay, I think the last thing we're gonna do is give him a cool bow tie. I'm not sure if Frankenstein has a bow tie, but I feel like you couldn't really go wrong with it. So it's just another square in the middle. And then I'm gonna draw kind of a triangle shape out here. So I'm gonna draw a line and another line and then connect. Okay, we're going to do the same thing on the other side. A line, connect. And then I'm going to draw like a little line right there. All right. That looks good. Oh, the very last thing I'm going to do with my marker is I'm going to draw a little triangle here. And I'm going to fill it in. And this is like a shadow for his head on his neck. That'll make things feel like there's some light happening. Okay? And then I also go through and sometimes I add a little bit of extra, it's called line weight, extra thickness on the things that are facing downward, right? So like the bottom of his head, bottom of his ear. Just kind of makes things feel a little more interesting, but this step is definitely optional, so don't feel like you have to do that. Yep, okay. All right, so don't forget, if you're liking this video, go ahead and subscribe to my channel and give me a like, because I will be making more Halloween stuff all month long, and I don't want you to miss it. Okay, Mr. Frankenstein is looking pretty cool. Pretty cool. First things first, guys, we're starting with his eyes, which are going to be yellow. Just gonna come in here and fill them in. Okay. And I think We're gonna do a bow tie, and that's gonna be purple. I always like the colors green and purple together. I think they look great. Because obviously his body is going to be green. Okay. Next up, we have the bolts. For the bolts, I'm going to use my gray. Look at that. Awesome. And lastly, we have the green. Now I'm going to make sure that I don't color in his tooth because I want that to stay white. But the rest of his head, I'm just going to color this green. So let me color this in and I'll be right back. All right, look at that, we did it. I think our Frankenstein turned out fantastic. What do you think? Thanks for following along. Don't forget, like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.